The United States is going through a lot of debate about what role America should play in the world. Certainly a lot of opposition to these so-called forever wars, understandably. But also a debate over foreign aid, over American support. This recent Rockefeller poll that shows that Americans are actually more supportive than not of foreign aid. Tell me what you think the state of that debate is today and why.
Well, the state of the debate is confused, but the American heart is still beating strong. If you ask them, is it part of America's job to help the most desperate people in the world survive?
They say yes.
They say yes. And they say yes whether they're Republican or Democrat. Tragically, it's confused because they think, more than half of the population, that 20% of the federal budget goes on foreign aid, rather than the truth is, which is less than 1%.
Less than 1%, yeah.
And so that's the state of confusion. There's also confusion about where aid goes. But if I say to people, our vaccination program in 6 war-torn East African countries plus Yemen and Chad has delivered 36 million vaccines for, in the last few months, less than $1 a shot, last year $1 a shot, you can win support for that. And I think the whole aid debate has been confused, both deliberately and accidentally. Part of our job at the International Rescue Committee is to say, don't believe the excuse that says, well, we don't know what to do. If people are malnourished, if they're abused, if they're desperate for education that's been interrupted, if they need healthcare, we've shown how to do it in a cost-effective way. And I think that's the critical task, to give people confidence that their money will be well used.
How much has in reality been clawed back? I mean, DOGE at the beginning of the Trump administration, which was shut down after spectacular failure some 6 months later, but a lot of the announcements of closures then got reduced. In actuality, looking a year and a half in, what is the real state of American foreign aid?
The real state of American foreign aid is massively reduced. I mean, America was the anchor of the global system, and it's no longer the anchor of the global system. There's some reactive commitments being made. We've got Ebola bouncing back in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo.
And the U.S. is providing support there.
It is, but it's doing it having previously cut the water and sanitation, latrines, healthcare support that was there with other international actors to try to contain disease. So we're paying the price in 2026 of the cuts in 2025, not just those immediately affected. I mean, in my own organization, 2 million clients lost access to services in 2025. As a result, Afghan kids not getting educated, Sudanese refugees in South Sudan not getting healthcare, farmers in Niger not getting support for their agricultural livelihoods. They
specifically lost because of American cuts.
Yeah, those were American cuts. Other countries have cut as well. But there's now some recognition, a dawning recognition, that if you take away all but the most quote-unquote life-saving aid, you take massive risks.